Hola, I am Prophetess Coco. Thank you for joining me here at Cosmic Chit Chat. It is your general collective message for the week ending May 23rd. That is today. Shabbat Shalom, Shalom Alahim, and peace be unto you if you are celebrating Shabbat here in the next couple hours. What else? Look, a little plastic thing. Do you ever wonder why they put these on the shirt? Right, right. I was just like, "Oh, she just ripped it off." I did. I ripped it off. Okay. I hope you all rested well. I hope you at least enjoyed the picture. The beautiful bird. I had to go back and look at him. He was beautiful. He was just beautiful, minding his business. Okay. Um, I did go ahead and pull an Archangel Oracle. I did. And we got a return of another enchanted oracle card, but it makes sense though. Let me pull up the angel that we are going to be calling on over the weekend because yeah, there's a shift. Some of y'all felt that last night. Some of y'all felt it real early this morning, okay? It was a pure release is what I heard. Um that stick shift energy, the energy that we talked about for a couple of days. Um I don't want to say it's not really an if a coulda, woulda, shoulda. At least not for you, collective. Maybe somewhere on the outside, but internally, no, not if it coulda, woulda, shoulda. But it we talked about like a lingering thought or a lingering process or something like that, right? But the message last night basically was, for this part, the Most High God's got His hands on whatever it is that needs to be resolved, right? And because that's happening, you have an opportunity to rest, retreat, go into the void for a little bit and just be, right? Get to know yourself better, get to love on yourself a little more. Um, yeah, okay. So we're gonna pull up the angel oracle. Let's just drop right into it. Life and death is in the power of my tongue, and I choose to speak with truth, compassion, and most importantly, love. Okay. Thank you so much, God, that is love. Thank you so much, God, that it is love. Okay. And that extends to everything. Even as I said, before I hit start here, I had to chastise my child, right? Because they're God's babies. You just have a job to watch over God's babies. Okay. So we want to make sure that God's babies is doing also what God is saying to do. So if you, collective, are those that follow the directions of the Most High God, then inside you, instinctively, you want to ensure that your children are also having that connection with the Most High God and that they are also following directions. Okay. And yes, they're going to do kid stuff and they're going to use their free will incorrectly, but that doesn't mean um, just laying back and let them just be. You do have to make sure that they get the discipline necessary to get there. Just like you have to apply your disciplines, your children have to apply um, the same disciplines. Okay. Um, Accountability, integrity, and responsibility. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what age you are. And the golden rule is still the golden rule, right? Treat people the way you want to be treated. That extends to your relationship with the Most High God. If you treat God as an afterthought, then you should expect to be treated as an afterthought. Mm? I feel like that's the simplest rule that there is out there. Like, if you don't want to be treated like shit, don't treat other people like shit. Okay. And it's very indicative if you claim that you work for or love on the Most High God, but your life doesn't reflect that. And I'm not talking about your physical things, like your character, your energy. Okay. How you move, how you speak with people, how you approach people. Like, that's indicative of your character and where you stand with the Most High God. Okay. Can it be changed? Absolutely. Oh, yeah. It can be changed as long as there's real intent. Okay. And real action, right? We don't do idle hands. God is not looking at idle hands. Okay. You can't repent and have idle hands. It don't work. You need both of them to move together. Okay. And that's what we want to make sure that we're teaching our children. Like, your actions absolutely need to match up with your words and, most importantly, your heart, because God is judging your heart. Okay. Kids get accustomed to saying, um, doing things because there's a reward in it, like of something physical or tangible. Okay. Um, and that works for a little bit. But when you're starting to teach them to walk at a higher vibration, they need to be able to do it just because the Most High God is saying do it, and you don't worry about rewards. The reward initially is you have a relationship with the Most High God where you understood exactly what you heard and you did it, and you know that because of that, the Most High God will cover you. Okay? Plain and simple. Anyway, I felt like I was supposed to put that out there for somebody. Okay? There's a whole lot of single parents out there. Okay? Male or female, male and female. Okay? All kinds of couples it is to do it. I will say one thing as a parent, I didn't close my ears to other parents' suggestions, advice, or tutelage. All of what they have may not work for you and your child, but there's going to be something. And there's too many people walking around here in this life like they got it like that. There's no instruction book for parenting. So if you're not willing to look around you and take those pointers and make them work and then see the proof in the pudding, mm-mm, okay, that's a whole missed ass opportunity for you, for them, and to break them generational curses, because that's what you're here for. Break them motherfuckers. If you didn't do it and you realize that you didn't do it, make sure that you get your kids to do it. That's real, okay? If you weren't able and you're not that generational curse breaker, it means that your children are. Make sure they do it. Make sure they have the ability, the capacity, the understanding, and the love of the Most High God to do it. Okay? Yeah, I don't know. I got the rumbles and the grumbles this morning about the parents and stuff, and I'm like, oh, I don't understand. Um, I've had to step up my own on my child. She got out of hand the last couple of days, even in the small spaces, but she's a good kid. She's a good kid. She loves. She typically does whatever it is she's supposed to do, but she got us some type of weird funk, and we ain't walking around with no nasty ass spirits attached to us just for GP. Okay. Some of y'all don't realize your children are acting out. There you go. Some of y'all don't realize your children are acting out because they got attachments. Okay. However, they got the attachments, you figure that out. Ask God to help you figure that out. And then ask God to show you how to remove those attachments from your children. Okay. Some of you have quote unquote talented and gifted children. They got gifts just like you when you're aware of it early. Oh, yeah. They coming for you and they coming for them babies. Okay. Teach them how to stay prayed up and protected. Okay. All right. That's it for the adults, because the adults and the children. I felt that high in my spirit this morning. Single parents, I'm with you. It's hard. There's reward in it. I know you know that already. Okay. Maybe you just needed a reminder today. You're doing everything that you're supposed to do. And even when you feel like you're not, you know where to go. You keep following the directions of the Most High God on how to move and how to cover your babies, how to move and how to teach your babies, how to get your babies connected to the Most High God, how to get them to love their connection with the Most High God and therefore love themselves. Okay? It's going to work out, I promise. God promised you that. Okay? God promised you that. He going to help you take care of them babies. Those are his babies. Those are God's babies. Okay? You're doing a job, but those are God's babies. Okay? God is the ultimate parent. He gonna make sure, like he covered you, he covered them babies. Trust. Okay. So we're gonna hop back into these little archangels. These big archangels. Excuse me. I love y'all. So our archangel, and then we're gonna do we're not gonna repull this enchanted oracle because we did get it before and it still matches in, right? So our archangel here for the weekend is gonna be Uriel. Okay, abundance, which is correct. That's where you're supposed to be right now. That's your energy, resting in abundance. Okay. I just felt the bristle. Oh my God, resting in abundance. Listen, abundance is not always a tangible thing. I feel like we talk about it all the time because everybody gets stuck up on um, who had what in their bank account and what they got sitting over here and what they got sitting over there, right? Some of y'all need to worry about your bank of God. Like you in the negative, okay? When you are spiritually rich, there's a whole lot of things that are more available to you than there are to others, okay? Does that eventually come down to the tangibles? Absolutely, because as above, so below. But there's levels to everything, okay? So your abundance is going to come in the form of that beautiful sleep that some of y'all been getting slapped with this week. An abundance of sleep. Okay. Some of y'all were able to get out and get that good air. Okay. That was an abundance of release and freshness for you that a lot of people were not able to get this week. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? Like that's just relevant to somebody. Okay. Um, God is saying that you're so focused on tangible stuff that you don't really understand what your abundance is. You don't really understand what your protections are on the daily simply because you follow the most high God. And God is saying that he's actually okay with the fact that you're not naive, but that you are trusting. Okay? You're absolutely trusting, and that's where you should be. Okay? So you're able to rest. Your babies are able to rest. They're not sick. Okay? They have an abundance of health, an abundance of spiritual wealth that allows for them to still be happy in spaces that others may not be. Okay? Um, an abundance of trust. You have an abundance of trust in the Most High God that whatever it is going to work out in your favor, that you will be provided for, and whatever it is that you need, and whatever it is you desire, okay? Your security, your protection, you are safe. You are divinely guided and protected at this time, okay? That is why you're able to receive said abundance, okay? Let's go ahead and read what they got for us, okay? The tree of life brings abundant flow into your life at this very moment, and this is why you have singularly chosen Uriel's oracle of abundance. The core of all abundance is the source. When you totally believe in the flow of this divine nectar, the bounty of God is responding in like measure, as above, so below. Okay. Develop the muscle of your faith by the positive regard of all your amazing achievements. Fill your life with the gratitude for the abundance you're receiving and speak or chant. I am infinitely abundant in spirit. I have plenty of wealth and my riches increase every day. See? You see what I mean? I am infinitely abundant in spirit and I have plenty of wealth and my riches increase every day. So some of y'all don't know that bank account of yours with the most high God is absolutely full and is about to overflow into your life in that as above so below energy. Okay? So here you are sitting below and right above you it's about to just pour. Okay? That's a hell of a rainstorm everybody's waiting on. Okay? And those that aren't waiting on are already are just hating just because. Okay? You worked for whatever it is that's coming to you. You did. Whether you worked physically out here on the 3D or whether you worked in the spirit, you worked for whatever it is that is coming to you in this abundant flow. Okay? That's what the Most High God wants you to know. You worked for whatever this is that is coming to you. Okay. And then we got a repeat card. Talisman came back up. Okay. Talisman says that all that beautiful wisdom and them life lessons, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the thing, you learned and it crystallized into this beautiful talisman that you were able to take with you no matter where you go. That you can pull on this beautiful wisdom at any time to know how it is you need to move, what it is you need to say, and how it is you need to operate on a daily basis. Okay? That is all your wisdom and your knowledge. That is your tree of life and a nice little jewelry set for you. Okay? A nice little necklace, nice little brooch, nice little talisman. Okay? You carry it with you. Okay? For some of you, you really are the abundance. You are the abundance to other people. Let me be clear. You are the abundant one. Okay? You may have a wealth of knowledge. You may have a particular skill. There is something about you that is always abundant and fruitful when people are near you or working with you. Okay? Some of you are completely aware of that because there's some people out there that went above and beyond to simply take from you what you were already given. Okay? And that's again to my overgivers, right? Because overgivers, it's your time. Y'all went through a lot. Okay? Y'all went through a lot and y'all put up some hella boundaries. And the Most High God is proud as fuck as y'all. Okay? I'm being told to say it like that. Okay? Overgivers, you finally discerned how it is for you to put your boundaries up, and that the Most High God is saying you deserve to put them boundaries up and keep them there. Okay? That's what the Most High God is saying. I am proud of you for putting up your boundaries. You did not give of your cup, you give of the overflow. And so now that I am about to really overflow your cup, now you know exactly what you can give out of. You're not in survival mode. You're not in a lack mind frame where I got to do it. I got to do it right now. I need to do this, 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 and this. And now you've rushed around and made really bad decisions because you were in the rush. That is the pause here. You don't have any rush decisions that you need to make right now. And those rush decisions that you need to make will be brought to you in such a way that you can still make them on time. Why? Because you serve an on time God. You serve an on time God. So how could you ever be late? Right? Some of y'all are 100 steps to your enemies simply because that's where God is telling you to be. And we just talked about the Most High God, Psalms 23 and 5, setting your table. So why are we running? Right? God set you a whole ass table. Sit down, enjoy your coffee, enjoy your blunt, enjoy your waffles, your French toast. Okay? Whatever the deal is, your veggie breakfast, whatever it is. God set the table for you. Go ahead and sit down. Rest, retreat, and pause at the table that the Most High God has set for you right now. It is your time of abundance. You get an opportunity to look at that book being that talisman. All them life lessons, all them life lessons. Your Akashic Records has all them life lessons, not just the past ones. And I mean like past, and more past, because those are timelines, realms, and dimensions, all in them Akashic Records. So not just what you're going through now, what you really, really, really already went through. Okay? It's in your Akashic Records and it's in this little talisman that you're walking around with. You can pull on this at any time. And therefore, you will not be late for anything because you've already learned the lessons about being disciplined and how you move. Okay? You're not going to be late for nothing. Congratulations for everybody that passed their test. Okay? Don't worry, y'all. It was a pop quiz. It's not something that you needed to stress out about. Remember, I said the test was about faith. For some of y'all, God literally gave you the answer. Just come on in. Hell, I gave you the answer. The answer to the test was go on in and talk to the Most High God. That was it. Okay. The 3D process of I have a test and I just got to do it on my own. Have you did everything else on your own, or was the Most High God with you? Okay. The Most High God was with you. I said during the pop quiz, take your behind on into the Golden Palace where your provisions are, where the Most High God is. Go ask your questions. Go ask your questions. Let me pull it up because I can hear it real loud. It's coming. Hold on one. Okay. I thought it was Psalms, but it was Proverbs. Okay. Proverbs 3, 5, 6. Okay. Um, do not rely on your own understanding. Okay. Trust the Lord. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. This verse emphasizes, and I'm just reading this part off of the Copilot, okay? This verse emphasizes the importance of trusting God rather than solely depending on your own insight or reasoning. That is a faith test. Are you really standing alone? Or do you know that no matter what's happening, don't trust your own understanding? I don't care what test it is. Pop quiz, little quiz, big quiz, test, major test, exam. Like, no matter what name it is, you go to the Most High God. Period. That was your pop quiz. Okay. So there's no way for you to fail the test because you've been doing it all this time. You've been doing it all this time. Okay. So congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. You deserve that rest. Okay. It was just a quick little boop. Okay. Um, um, real talk, there is still some type of petty Annie energy. Say it again, spirit. Yeah, there's still this little petty Annie energy that's going around, petty antics energy. Okay. Um, don't get distracted. Like you're supposed to be resting, okay, and in a good state of mind, a good positive energy. That's because something really good really is coming your way. I feel like you know that already collected, but you can feel that again, that mm, okay. Um, there are some people mad out there that you are not who they told other people that you were. And that energy is exposure in itself, okay? Says God, that energy is exposure itself, says God. Okay? And so the petty Annie energy is the initial energy that was petty enough to slander your name and do all this weird shit outside in public, okay? Um, but we said that before. Exposure exposes everybody. It doesn't matter what side you're on. It exposes everybody. Okay? How deep that goes, not even in your control. You just gonna have to witness whatever it is. Okay? But yeah, there's still some petty Eddie energy that would like for you to be anything other than what you really are. And the Most High God said that's not gonna happen. You're not about to change. So don't do that. Okay? Some of you had a moment at the beginning of the week where you were like, well, maybe that's not who I really am. And you stopped yourself real fast. Like, ain't no fucking way. I just forgot my story. Talisman energy. Ain't no way I forgot my story. Ain't no fucking way. Okay. That was some energy sent to you. It was like some memory energy. Yeah. Um, that was some memory energy, like memory spell work to try to get you to forget. But the mask fell off for everybody. So you see everybody for exactly who they are. what they've done, okay? Um, there's confusion because you do see everybody and everything for who they are and what they've done. Okay? There's confusion out there because of it. Okay? There's also confusion because you are not who people said that you were. And that can't be hidden now either. That's just as exposed as the other shit. Okay? So exposed, exposed, and more exposed. And there's more to fall out. So sit at your table that the Most High God has set for you. Okay? Call it dinner and a show if you want to. What is that? The medieval times. I believe they still got one. Hell, I think there's still one out here in Dallas somewhere. Medieval times, right? Dinner and a show. Um, some of y'all got some real nights out there that is just taking it up a level, down a level, through a level, in addition to your ancestors. Love on your hidden helpers, because I fucking love a good ass hidden helper. Listen, mm, the affinity I have for hidden helpers, whether they are fleshy, okay, or whether they are in the spirit, I love a good hidden helper. Okay? Cover them, God. Protect them, God, deeply. That's my heart. That's my prayer. Every day for my hidden helpers. Cover them deeply, God, because they are doing the thing that you have asked for them to do. And they are doing it the way that you asked them to do it, to remain a hidden helper until you say otherwise. Okay? Love on your hidden helpers today. Okay? Love on your angels and your spiritual team today. Okay? Um, you're not who people said you are, and it has ruffled some feathers. And for some other people, you are exactly who you have always presented yourself to be, and even that becomes part of the exposure, because now it's like I really should have just took that person for who they presented themselves to me to be. Why did I believe in some falsity based off of nothing? Why did I take some chump change to do something to somebody that did do shit? Okay? That energy is running rampant. Okay? Injustices against the innocent. That energy is out there rampant. Okay? I told you the devil is out here collecting on these people. So you are seeing more people crash out. And I'm not talking about celebrities. Y'all stop looking at the celebrities, because that's not where that shit is happening. That shit is happening in your hometown with your neighbors, the person at the coffee shop, the person at the convenience store. Okay? It's happening next to you. Next to you. Okay? Yeah, you'll see that celebrity stuff, but really start paying attention to you, around you, where you currently are. Okay? Um, don't get involved, because that's not your place, but you can see it. The devil is out here collecting. A lot of these people were out here dibbling and dabbling, and you don't have any idea they was dibbling and dabbling. A lot of that's gonna get exposed too. Okay? Sit at your table. Sip your coffee, your tea, have your blunt. You got your devotionals, set the table, do your devotionals. That's what the Most High God is saying, do. Okay? Your abundance is here. Please rely and understand and trust whatever you went through was to get you here. You made it. Whatever here is for you, you made it. And there is something better coming, because every change has to come. You ain't gonna sit stagnant forever, especially not for those that are genuinely moving towards God on a daily basis. We're not made for stagnancy. We're made for movement. We got things to do. Okay. So things don't stay shitty very long, because we got things to do and we on board with the Most High God's plan. So if it feels paused for the moment, take that pause for cause. Okay. Mm-hmm. We did some angel cards last night. We're gonna do a little urban tarot real quick. Oops. Oh, not the urban. Not the urban. Okay. That is the Garbage Pail Kid deck. And the Beloved deck. We're gonna touch the Beloved deck. My phone is on 10%, so we're gonna run this one. I don't want it to cut off on y'all. They said take it. I'm not mad at it either. Okay, so look, Nairobi Iman, you should be done. When you're done, you need to start your brain quest. I love you too. Let's get this done. Here we go. So, I'm not mad at the 3 cards that fell out, because the first card that fell out was love, right? People that genuinely love you and care for you, and more importantly, people that love and care for the Most High God, are not going to waste their time fucking you over, okay? The energy, that petty Annie energy, God is saying that they did something to you. So there's no reason for you to have to feel any type of fucking way. Okay? It's the perception. Literally. It's the perception. You remember we talked earlier this week about the audacity. God is like, the audacity of these people to have this perception. They fucked you over, and now you need to be looking at them all pitiful and sorrowful and empathetic, and no. Okay? Act of love, as is. You get to sit at this table and look at them like that, because that's how God is looking at them, like that. The audacity. Okay? I feel like this is just a reminder of where you are, right? We said this is prophecy time. Whatever God prophesies to you in your personal and private space that you spoke with the Most High God about, He's telling you the table is set. So now you're going to see these prophecies come in. If that means that you were told that these people were going to fall in front of you like dominoes, you're going to sit and watch them fall like dominoes. If God told you would get confirmation that these people were sick, He already told you them people sick. They putting on airs and shit. Okay? Whatever it is the Most High God told you, that's what you're going to watch. Okay? Will you be given instructions and things during that time? Sure. Continue to do the things that the Most High God is telling you to do. And that's where the stay focused comes in, right? Your abundance is here. Don't take your eye off of this. Your abundance is here. Uriel is here to help you with your abundance. Okay? So we want you at high vibration, because your abundance relies on you staying high vibrational. You had to keep climbing vibrationally to get here, to get your breakthrough, to go through your ascensions, for some of y'all to repent and go through a new resurrection of the soul for yourself. Like, you had to put in the work and elevate yourself. Okay? So no matter what the thoughts, the feelings, the opinions, the antics, no matter what that is, okay? God is saying, I remind you that your spirit belongs and is attached to me. I am high vibrational. Therefore, I need you to be high vibrational with me for me to bring that energy to you properly. Remember all them lessons? Remember all them lessons you're carrying around in your little bag, because that's the only bag that I'm allowing you to take. Remember, we said bag lady. He don't want you to take all that baggage, but he will let you take this tiny little gem with you, because it's magical just like you. Right? It's magical just like you. Part of the thing that I love with Hermione in the Harry Potter series, you get towards the end and she had that little fanny bag that had a whole life and a house and like, that's what that is to me. That's what that is to me. Hermione's bag. Okay? You got everything that you need in that bag. When you need feels time for you to recall something, for you to move through something, okay? But yes, somebody was definitely trying to get you to take some as is type of energy, okay? Trying to change your perception, like illusion magic. Thank you. About what love is. Okay? I said some of you, they're still trying to debauch your divine union. That's not going to happen. Some of these divine unions are so protected, it don't make no sense. So people that are throwing magic at the divine unions are getting sick immediately too, because God done with y'all too. If you are interrupting with the Most High's plans, it's a problem. Y'all have been allowed to interrupt in the Most High's plans for longer than even God meant to do, is what I'm hearing. Okay, enough is enough. So you don't get to interrupt these divine unions. If something is breaking up, it's meant to break up. That person needs to get on with their life and get on in connection to the person they're meant to be connected to, because there is something valuable for them to do in the earth for the Most High God. All that romantic blah 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 blah, it's there, and it's going to be absolutely a love thing, and it's going to absolutely be beautiful. Okay, because there is nothing that God doesn't touch that isn't beautiful. It's going to be. Y'all are putting around way too much of this as is and perception ass magic. Say them again. Breakup spells. Thank you. Y'all been trying to put breakup spells out into the energy over the collective's unions. Trying to change the perception, throw a rock, hide your hand energy. That's not going to work. And the more that you keep throwing magic at these connections, they're going to backfire. That backfire is you cause that person to desire them more. So they're definitely going to leave you one way or the other. They're already going to do it. You just need to accept the fact that they're going to do it. You're wasting your time and your magic, and you're just going to be sick. Some of y'all, you're going to be sick and die. That's the judgment. Again, I say die, and everybody gets in an uproar. God decides what kind of death it is that you're going to feel based on your actions. Okay? If you was actually throwing death magic out here at somebody or return to sender, you should expect to see that shit back. I hope you made your arrangements. Like, that's real talk. I don't understand how you think you're going to keep throwing death magic at people like you have the authority to take somebody's life. That is a serious abuse of spiritual powers, okay? Yes, you're going to get that shit back. You are. And there's no running from it either. Okay? There are several of you out there that have been throwing this death magic around. God is just saying, remind you, you threw it out there, you make your arrangements, is what God said. Okay? Some of y'all was doing graveyard magic to ask relatives to go take people out. What the? Yeah. Now, them relatives that you tried to tell them to call in and do something to their own relatives that they ain't done nothing to you, now they out there ready to go ahead and act on it. So they coming for you. That misuse of power, misuse of spiritual abilities and stuff, that's real. Y'all gotta stop. You gotta stop. Okay? All of that so you can change somebody's fucking perception. You're exposed already. There is no changing the perception. If anything, it's going to get worse because now people are going to see your antics on top of what's already known. Just digging the hole deeper. But by all means, dig it. I mean, that's what God said. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. So, collective, those weapons is out there and they're using them to dig their own holes. Let them do it. Sit at that table. Sit at that table in your abundance and read your book. Read your Akashic records. Read your book. Fall in love with yourself because you've been through some shit and you are so deserving. Look, you are so deserving of that love. You're deserving. Damn all that. Okay, let's get a couple of Garbage Pail Kids real quick. Yeah, I told y'all there's some night energy out there. Okay. This is Mad Mike. He got them 2 swords up. He charging. Okay. This is you taking action, speaking boldly and momentum. Some of you are going to be doing this here real soon, or you're currently doing it, even while you're resting. That's intentional. Part of the reason you needed to rest was so that you could refill your spirit and speak boldly. Okay? Doesn't matter how long it is. You just needed to get there. Okay? You've always been that person, but everybody needs a little rebush. Rebush. What's a rebush? Rebush. Hold on, y'all. There's another somebody is literally burying bodies in a backyard. They said a rebush. So maybe a body under a bush or bushes. Did I say something the other day about a lawn care service? Like somebody is digging and moving and something with a landscaping service to like cover up that there's a body buried or bodies buried or an item buried. Something is buried. They said a rebush very clearly. So action, speak boldly and with momentum. Somebody, you have evidence of this, right? Weird and out the blue. Somebody, you have literal evidence of some type of body or some type of burial or some type of item. Speak up. Like you got it. Whatever it is, you got it. If you're already in law enforcement, you figured it out. Uh yeah. Lawn care, landscape or something. Some rebush. Somebody redid a bush. Go look for the rebush. A rebush. Okay. The hell. What else? Six of Wands. Celebrate. Yeah. Whoever you are, like you got the answer. Celebrate it. Like you should be celebrating. Oh my God, I knew it. I knew it. I just fucking knew it. Somebody's gonna solve a case with where these bodies are buried or under this rebush situation. Uh you tapped in. I don't know if you know that you were tapped in or that you figured out how you could tap in. Maybe you just tapped into somebody so that they could help you tap in, and now you really are tapped in and you found this out. Like God led you to find something. Okay. So now you have a new untapped passion for life. You are charging forward. Rah! I figured it out. I love that energy. Again, love. Somebody fell back in love with what they do or what they stand for. I love that. Oh, that's made my heart happy. Breaking free, exit left. Yeah. Martha. She didn't care about what in the hell else is going on around her. Let me bust on out of here and let me go. Yeah. Okay. She don't care about nothing else going on. She said, let me bust out of here and let me move. Okay. So whoever you are, collective, you figured out something. You figured out something. You have evidence of something. That's gonna solve a case or has solved the case or something. But I mean, it feels good. Like I feel like you're like, oh my God, I got it. Uh, or you just really decided, you know what, I'm in love with what I do, and I have a new passion for it. Okay. Again, love on your hidden helpers. You guys are amazing. Okay. What else? I don't know how we got there, but they said love, and that's cool. Passion or renewed passion for what it is that you do. Yes. You should have a passion for your purpose. You should. Because there'd be no point in being in your purpose and not loving what you do. If you love saving lives, then there's a reason you're in those spaces. Okay. Can it get daunting? Yes. So we're going to take that rest. We're going to pause, and God's going to be like, let me show you why you love this so much. Okay. Let me introduce you to some people that love the thing that you do. Okay. Yes. Okay. Perception. People knowing you and loving you for who you are. Didn't we start off saying that as is energy? People did not know who you were, or people took advantage of that they thought who you were, and they still messed you over. And now they're like, man, that was a wonderful person. I wish I could get to know. I just heard that. I wish I could get to know that person all over again. Okay. That's what I'm hearing. Again, all because of some exposure. Thank God for the exposure, collective. Like, legitimately, thank God for the exposure. You really don't know what the hell was going on in the background, well, who all these people are and why they're doing it, when they're doing it. You really don't. So just thank God for the exposure. Honestly. Okay? Strength. Tact over intimidation. Whatever actions have been taken and whatever it is the Most High God is saying for you to do or has been done, okay? It took some tact. You had to learn how to move, okay? You had to know the power to move and know that you were going to do it and it was going to be exactly the way God said it's going to be, okay? Lean not on your own understanding. It's on 3%. Hold on. We got 2 more cards. You're going to get the message. Thank you, Spirit. Okay? That's right. Empress energy. Stop and smell the roses. Emperor, Empress, that's what you're doing right now. It took a lot of strength to get here. It took a lot of strength to leave everything that you know behind. It takes a lot of strength to say, fuck all these opinions. Why do they matter anyway? It takes a lot to do that. Who gives a shit what you think about me? Like, it takes a lot to do that. Okay? Be proud of that. Read your Akashic records at this moment. Get a. You don't have to lean on your own understanding. Your Akashic records has perfect understanding because it is absolutely positively you. Your Akashic records is not a misunderstanding of you. It is factual. Okay? Take a look. Excuse me. Knight of Cups. Charming, charismatic, and adventurous. This is the part of your life you're getting into. We said new everything and distant horizons. You're moving around. Some of you are really going to move at some point. New everything. New car, new house, new home, new something. New ventures, new jobs, new careers, new babies, new spouses, new relationships, situationships, new contracts, new everything. God heard you set the table so that you could sign all these new contracts, okay? And give you the world, okay? Complete. Give you the world, says God. Complete. This is where you are. Things have come full circle. This last part of the journey, the Most High God is saying you don't need to touch. Right now, this moment, take some rest, sit at this table, watch the show. Okay? That was 7. We know we've been doing 8. Let's get one more. Ah, I love it. Ace of Cups, y'all. The same cup as God said he was going to bring you your milk and honey. Overflowing. I love God. Look, he's still telling you, I don't care what the fuck is going on. I don't care what it looks like you on the physical realm. This part right here, I got rest. Some of y'all needed to know that going into your weekend. Yes, please be mindful of your finances. Okay. I'm hearing somebody, somebody in this petty Annie, somebody in this petty Annie situation has already overspent some fucking money. Okay. Somebody in this petty Annie situation has already overspent some fucking money and they call themselves causing some type of delay or situation for somebody else that they're actually gonna fucking need. They're gonna need somebody this weekend. Okay. But they spent their time this weekend planning and plotting to fuck them over, is what the Most High God is saying. They're going to need that person this weekend, and this person is going to be sitting in abundance quietly, waiting on their milk and honey at this table that the Most High God has set for them. This is where they're focused on. So whatever the petty antics are towards you, collective, it hasn't done anything. Whatever the energy, whatever the spell work, whatever it is that they put out there, it's just waiting for them. So whenever it is that they do whatever it is that they're going to do, okay, it's going to slap them hard in the face, and some of them ain't getting up, says God. Like, this is the final hoorah for somebody, okay? Y'all should expect some more calls about accidents. I heard something about a shootout. family discrepancy gone wrong. Um, somebody is still trying to do this kidnapping, organ harvesting situation that's gonna blow up. Um, blah, 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 blah. There was something I heard earlier about a home invasion, but I feel like that's already been thwarted too. Okay. And if not, it's about to be. I feel like somebody went out of their way to set up what they thought was like an A, B, C, D, E, F, G for you this week, over the weekend or over the next couple of days. And whatever it is already blown the fuck up. So that petty Annie is probably what that feeling is. Okay. Don't focus on it. Keep yourself focused on love. Keep yourself sitting as is with the Most High God at that table. Okay. Watch. Your perception isn't even your perception, it's reality. Because God said, look, sit at the table and look. This is not an illusion. God set the table. Sit and watch the shit play out, says God. Okay? Smile, be happy, say your prayers, do your devotions, whatever it is the Most High God is telling you to do. We still gonna follow directions in this piece, okay? And stay in our peace. We follow directions and we stay at peace, okay? Uh, my phone is on 2%. I don't want it to die on y'all. I'm so excited for y'all. Okay. Please stay at your highest vibrational, authentic fucking self. Okay. People finally get to see you for who you really are. Um, all of that bullshit in the background did not tarnish your image. And it didn't stop you from connecting with the Most High God, most importantly. So you stay 10 toes down. Okay. I told you your milk and honey is coming. Hold on. Hold on. Stay focused and hold on. All right. Life and death is in the power of my tongue, and I choose to speak with truth, compassion, and most importantly, love. I love you.